for real this time. So let's start this stream. As you can see, we're in Blender and basically the same place where we left off last time. That's well, a flatbed van version with an extra seating space here. And last time I got really upset that the interior was barely there. So I took some time and almost finished it, well, finished filling it with some faces except for this column here. And this is just to show you the process how I do this filling. And well, obviously we use extrusion tool a lot with magnet and auto weld on. And usually what I did before was selecting this edge here, then extrude, aim at some vertex, and you see that it aims with the middle of the edge. And that's kind of annoying, not very much, but there's a better way. So if we switch to the vertex mode, we can select those two vertices here, which is just one extra click compared to the edge, and even that doesn't matter too much in the future. And if we go here and in snap base we select active, well, or closest, that works too, but active gives you more control. And make sure that we notice which of those vertices is white, it is active. So now if we extrude and aim for this vertex, our active one will snap to it automatically. So all we have to do now is select this one and press G to move it to snap to other end perfectly. And now we are ready to make the next step of extrusion. And since one of the vertices is already selected, we just shift click to select the other one and we're ready to extrude further. So just in a few short steps. Okay, let's extrude up here and okay, that vertex snaps here. Okay, and this column is also filled in. So that is our interior. I'm not fond of how it is textured like right now, so let's see if we can find some better texturing for it. The easy way to do this, okay. Yeah, also this topology here with those triangles here, I'm not sure if that is necessary, so let's try and simplify it a bit. So first of all, this those vertices, I can probably slide them into here, and those two vertices, they can be slid into here all the way. Okay, yeah, let's untick magnet. Okay, here we now see why there were two more vertices, is because of this well, undercarriage here, and for the most part, yeah, that would be concealed by the seats, though the seats can be removed, so let's make sure that those two are also concealed. Also, I noticed there's a bit of a gap here between the seats and the wall, so I want to eliminate it too. Okay, so let's select this face here, select this face here, and just move them along y-axis a bit. Oh, till they make contact with the seats. We can make it more precise using the snap mode. Like if we say snap to vertex, enable it, and make like move along y-axis and using this vertex as a snapping point. And yeah, that gives us a bit better results, and with the seats gone, yeah, nothing is sticking out here. Next bit is I want to texture it. here in this van, we have this kind of a rubbery lined up texture here, but that is using the different texture. If we re-enable this, well, how do you say it? If we re-enable this part here as it is using the texture we added, that's the white texture here. And let's try to make, well, okay, let's figure out why this is happening. So first of all, we need to see which material, well, which texture is used by this material. And that is PZK Van Brig Shell. So let's select this texture here. Brig Shell. Okay. And that is, wow. That texture is kind of broken. Like, why is it all white all the way here, and it apparently is missing the alpha component. Okay. Yeah, you see this space here, that is where here the interior bits were set up. That is all gone for this shell. And it is also missing some other important parts, so, well, that is probably something we're not going to be able to fix. Oh, well. What you gonna do about it? Now that's the box one. That's the clean one. Camper shell. Ooh, well, I'll probably ask the original mod author to do something about it, because that's not something we can fix on our end, so not going to be bothered about it. Mod making sometimes requires a bit of zen. Anyway, now we have this rear window that we need to cut out. So cutting out window is, as usual, start with an inset and move it in till it touches where at least one of those vertices should be. Next, let's try X symmetry. Does it work? Nope, it does not, so turn it off. So now slide those vertices in, slide those vertices in. Okay, and that one is going to be a little bit of a hassle, because we don't have a corresponding vertex here, which is a bit of a shame, and we cannot just slide it down, because there's no edge to slide it down along. What we can do is take a knife tool and connect those two vertices. So now we have an edge here. Next we press Ctrl R. Well, yeah, that's probably too much. Because those are a line of quads, it tries to cut across all of them. So no, can we just subdivide this edge? Yeah, here with this edge selected, go to edge, subdivide, and now we have a vertex in the middle. So knife from this vertex to this newly added one, and we have this convenient edge, precisely how we want to move this vertex. Okay. So here it is. Okay, so those two vertices probably should. Oh, yeah. Let's undo this final merge and those two. Because I just realized that those two vertices are a bit too high for my liking. So let's keep this edge added here so we can see it. But slide those two vertices down till they touch this window closer. Okay, next bit, sliding those two vertices also closer to the window. And my goal is to make the corners not touch green. Okay, like this. Because when this face is going to be gone, I want there to still be, well, to have some black outline here. And if it cuts into the green, that's not what we're going to get. Okay, hello to my first viewer of the stream. I'm really glad you're here. How is your day going? And please let me know in chat if my new sound settings are good. I tried to tinker more, and hopefully the sound is louder again, but hopefully without more noise. And also how the stream stats are going, because, well, it shows that we're losing some frames, but not too much, like 5%. Hopefully that's not a too big a number. Good, so once again, selecting this edge, subdividing it. Here we also have the control of how many cuts we get, and we just want one. Then we want to use the knife tool to connect those two. We'll cut those two vertices and slide it along the newly added edge. So here we have this window face. Go. Separate it into its own object, and that's a problem with separating after you added some modifiers, because new object will also inherit the modifier. So now we need to select it and drop the modifier from here. And while we are at it, let's just clear all sharp edges, re-average the face, duplicate it, make it two-sided, and rename this object into rear window bed. Well, I'm calling this variant of the van bed because it has a flat bed. Okay, bed object. Okay. And now that van here, we have the hole in place of this window, but we don't have a hole here. And since this texture is kinda botched at this moment, let's just inset this face to some degree. Drop those vertices, oh, not vertices, drop those faces, and use the magnet auto weld to stitch those two sides together. So this goes here. Okay, so this means the interior also has the window, and if the window is enabled, it is seen both from inside and outside. Oh, sorry, got a little bit of a hiccup. Okay, dokie. Next, edge set sharpness by angle. Alt and average by face area, and that should be our final base mesh for the brick. And did we fix its rear doors? Did we? Well, no, those are not the correct rear doors. So correct rear doors should be here, yeah. And we need to process them still. Okay. Once again, they still have this modifier added that we don't want them to have. So those are just the doors. And the doors currently have 0 depth. Well, just because that's how we cut them out. To add depth to them, that is one modifier. And we use it several times. That's the solidify one. Okay, so add solidify modifier. The door becomes, well, a bit thick and actually fits pretty nicely into this bit here. So let's just apply this modifier and now cut out the window. Inset. With inset, if we get rid of this inner edge here by dissolving it, we now can select this edge and slide the whole edge down, slide this whole edge up, and slide this whole edge to the side. And that gives us a bit easier way to fix, well, to match the positions of this rectangular window. That only works with rectangulars, but it's useful to have. Okay, same deal here now. We want to inset this a bit, but not too much. Delete the faces, and now stitch the vertices. Inside to outside. Okay, so that gives us the door, and okay, that let's rename this object as door box rear left object, and this is okay. Let's copy, and this is going to be a window. Also box rear left object. But this window needs a bit of a touch up. So once again, recalculate normals, duplicate, flip for double-sided, and the window is good to go. Okay. Now the final door here. Okay. Once again, drop the excessive modifier. Now add solidify. Default values look fine, so apply. Okay. Inset for this window. Oops. Inset. Okay, like this. And here, what is happening if you don't delete this diagonal? So now if I try to slide it, you see it tries to slide along diagonal, not along the edge. And that messes things up. But if we select this edge and press X and then dissolve edges, now we can just slide along the two existing edges and it fits perfectly. Okay, like so, like so. So that's the window, separate it, and now the insides. inset, drop the faces, and stitch the vertices inside to outside. Okay, yeah, forgot to do this on the other door, but let's do the standard treatment for this one, like set sharpness by angle and recalculate normals by face area. That is the door. Once again, let's paste the object name we have saved, and that's door box, all right, but it's not rear left, it's rear right. Copy, paste here, that is a window. Alt N, average by face area, shift duplicate, and flip. Okay. This is now done. Okay. And we also have a light bar version here. Well, that is not the standard light bar ambulance because the roof is lower here. Okay. But for now, let's ignore it and let's put into the game all those, well, all the variants we have processed so far. Okay, so let's enable this collection, let's enable this collection, and yeah, before we are ready, we need to add animations for those doors. Here. Okay, why is it box when it should be bed? Sometimes I'm bad at this stuff. So those should be bad. Okay. Good. Now for those two doors, we need some extra bones. Like we noticed here, the handle is on this side. Sorry. Let's disable those things here. What is this? Oh, yeah, I also forgot about those seats here. Okie dokie. So those seats. Let's disable everything but them and process those seats. The process is as usual. First, make sure that those seats are perfectly straight along those edges. By selecting them, going to individual origins, and now press S, Shift X, 0. So that zeroes out any difference in those edges along Y and Z axis. Okay. Next, we want to get rid of those diagonals. No, not this one. The diagonal. Here. And press X and dissolve edges. I noticed those two edges I probably forgot to straighten up. So just in case they have an issue, as Shift X 0. So now they are straightened up too. Good. Next, Control R and point at any edge here to make a loop cut, and instead of trying to move it left or right, press 0 to lock it in the middle and then enter. So now those seats are cut in half. Next, what we want to do is split them into two objects. So transparent mode, select by faces, select this all the faces on one side and split it. Next on this side here, copy all the faces, make a copy, split, and now we can join those two objects together. Select this bit, press S and X0 to make it flat along the x-axis, so it should match this shape perfectly now. So if we move by G, X, and point at a vertex here, it should perfectly weld all the way here. So we switch to those vertices, and those edges, all of them should light up, meaning that those are vertices cut on. And that one, yeah, that edge a bit harder to see because it has another highlight, but it works. Okay. So here, this seat now set sharpness by angle, unsharpen those two edges, and recalculate normals. So that seat is ready. But we need from it to copy this side. Okay, duplicate, separate, and go join with this object. Same deal, L to select all connected faces, SX0 to flatten, move by X to this vertex, and switch to vertices to make sure it all welded. Okay, it all did. Edge set sharpness by angle. So this edge and this edge manually unsharpen and select all, recalculate normals, so this seat is also done. Let's rename them. Seat, bed, rear right object, and this one is seat, bed, rear left object. Good. So those two are now done. Let's make sure that there are no other objects with 00 number in their name. I don't see any, so enable this whole collection and oh no, not this whole collection once again, because we still need those two doors to have their bones and animations. Okay, so we see that the handles are on this side. So the doors should swing around this side here. Okay. So select, yeah, that one. Also, let's take this opportunity to sharpen edges and recalculate normals. Now select this edge, move the cursor to selected, and that is going to be the position for the new bone. Select armature, edit mode, Shift A to add a bone. Make this bone smaller. Well, maybe not that small. Well, yeah, let it be this small. So now, a rear left door bed bone. Okay. So why did I rename the whole armature? Some mysteries are not to be revealed. Okay. Rear left door bone. Well, door. Let's go bed door bone. Not bone bone, just bone. Okay. So that's kind of meaningful name for this item here. Let's add a vertex group. Same name. Rear left. Bed, door, bone. Okay. And add this whole mesh to this vertex group. Next, I also want to select this edge, move cursor here, and that's going to be our window bone. So add a new bone, give it a smaller length, give it a name, rear left, bed, window, bone. Let's copy this name from here. Let's set a parent. Rear left, bed, door, bone. Okay, like this. And let's make sure. Yeah, those two also were named for some reason box. But we can now rename it. So that window is not for box variant, it's for bed variant. But it needs to have a vertex group with this name, and the entirety should be assigned to it. Good. Next, we need to work with this side. Same deal, select this edge, cursor to selected, add a new bone. Let's give this bone a name. Copy this name. Now add a vertex group, paste the name. Oops. Select all, assign to vertex group. Next thing, this window, cursor to selected, select armature, go to edit mode, Shift A to add new bone, set the size, set the name. Let's paste this name and just replace door with window. Copy, set parent. Okay. And I really hope we're not stretching some limit of how many bones a Project Zomboid can handle. I don't think that's going to be an issue because of one file I saw in Shark's mod, where they had a ton of leaf bones and the game seemed to be fine by it. But maybe that was because nothing referenced those leaf bones. Okay, here that's the window bone. Now let's go back to this window, add a vertex group, paste the name, select the entire object as sign here. Okay, so now all those objects that are visible should make the armature as active. Control P and armature deform. Okay, now they are properly linked to this skeleton. They have this modifier now, and if we select the armature and go to pose mode, this bone now controls this door here. This bone controls this window here. Same deal here. That one can open this door, this window. Okay. So all seems to be working. All we're missing now is an animation clip. Okay, so go to object mode with armature selected, go to animation. Okay, now the problem with this, oh, hi Jack. Sorry I missed you coming in. How are you doing, man? And how is the new sound? Okay, so we want to have the clips for opening the rear doors. And it just so happens that we have those clips. Like, this clip is for opening a rear door, but that is for now intended for this sliding door and not for this door to be opened. But nothing tells us that we cannot have both doors open in the same animation. So just select this bone. That is the closed position. Let's save it here. Then go to the first frame. From the top view, let's rotate this bone where the door is open. Save this keyframe. And now this rear door animation combines both the sliding door and this hatch door. Okay, same deal with the rear right clip. We already have it covering this bone, but just add some keyframes to this bone here. That goes here, and that goes here. Okay. And yeah, let's also make those keyframes include positions. Just in case, because I'm afraid this door, if I don't make positions here, we might see a bit of an issue in game. But for now, I'm happy with this progress on vents. Let's put them into game. So we have all the newly added bones, we have all the animations set up, we have all those objects. So let's collapse this collection here. So we need to have those two collections visible, and those two can be whatever. Actually, I prefer them to be hidden. Next, let's export FBX and go to, well, that is not where I want it to be. This is my core mod. So let's find the proper folder. Okay, PZK Animated Mod, Content, Mods, PZK Animated, Media, Models, Vehicles. Okay, and that is going to be a PZK Vans. Okay, let's name it here. Okay, the armature settings are all good. Let's... Oh, why am I importing? Yes, I pressed import. Oops. I want to export FBX. Yeah. Okay. And still, let's find from this folder. Go back to PZK Animated Mod. Okay, models, vehicles. Okay. Only visible objects, armature and mesh. And in animations, I want to, well, I have to keep 4 start and end keyframes, or our sliding door animation might be broken. But I still want to simplify, set it to 0.1. Now export FBX. That is done. Let's start up. Okay. Okay, let's go to Visual Studio Code. Sorry. Okay, apparently it did show, though I'm not sure if that's showing up correctly. Okay, that should be better, yes? Okay, good. At least I hope it's showing what it's showing you what it is showing me. Anyway, okay, the OBS here. Okay, so that's our folder here, and we want to work with the scripts. Okay, so what are our vehicle scripts? And I absolutely forgot in which order we want those bands to be. So the easiest way to fix it is to jump into game. Unfortunately, that's gonna take a while on this computer. Okay, so in the meantime, how is everyone doing? Ooh. Oh, did I mess up the whole stream? And nobody told me. Okay. Was it this bad all the time? Yeah, apparently so. Okay. And now I'm a bit locked out. So, just to make it, just to check, were you seeing just a portion of my Blender screen all this time? Because if you did, that was a bit embarrassing. Since apparently I messed up this canvas size in my settings. Well, in my defense, I'm not even remotely professional with this stuff here. Okay, so let's check what that is here. Now that should be better, yes? No, maybe so. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Thank you for reassuring me. Yeah, see, it showed most of the screen of Blender, just some bits were missing, but the main workspace was visible. Okay. Yeah, so you were seeing to about this much before, and all that part here was hidden. Oh, thankfully, and yeah, apparently from here at the bottom, that is where the cutoff was. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me, and hopefully that means we are fine now. But probably I'll have to fix the game screen too. So give me a moment. If the game actually manages to load through all of this switching and trying to manage OBS. And while we're at it, so how are you doing today? Okay. Why the game does not a run that is long even for its usual slowness. Well, no, I hear music, so it should be loaded now. Okay, so we have the Spiffo screen. Okay, does it show up here? Well, the music is nice, but where's the screen? Anyway, let's try to work with. Okay, is it showing? Yeah, it is, and it's a bit of a mess. Okay, let me reposition it. Okay, so now you should be seeing it correct. Good, oops. So that is our old PZK testing grounds. So let's load it up. That's gonna take a while because I didn't reset the Lua. Okay, but we have some quiet moment to chat for it while the game loads, and we actually see. Okay, so this Lua is gonna take a while. Oh, yeah. What is it, Jack? Oh, another one. Oh, that project we were talking about some PZK cars having different fronts, well, textures, but the same ID? Yeah, good thing. Okay. Okay, so now the Lua is loaded, and we are in the end times. And my usual struggles to load the game. Well, that other PC I could use for a while, that it loaded much faster, but everything good has to come to an end eventually, I guess. Well, maybe I will be able to stream from it a bit more in the future. Not today, though. Also, just a bit of a heads up. I'm playing on another stream tomorrow. Not sure if that would be a 4-hour stream, and that's not going to be a PZK animated stream. I got a request on the dynamic tarps mod, and I want to make this stream as a kind of manual on how to expand this dynamic tarps mod, uh, probably by, yeah, maybe I'll use a PZK, some PZK vehicles as an example to how to add it. And then I'm going to try to make the color of the tarp different, well, a bit randomized based on the color of the vehicle. well, not match the color of the vehicle, but just use the color of the vehicle as a seed, so then I can pick one of several colors for the tarp. But that depends on if this idea even works with the vehicle wheel shader and its variants. Okay, that is taking a while even for this situation. Maybe that's because there's general load. Okay, here it is. And now we'll wait some more. Cool. So we are back at Rosewood fuel station where we started. Okay, now let's... Yeah, it's struggling to load everything for a bit. Hopefully it will straighten out soon. Let's set up the cheat modes. And we want to spawn some of those vans. Okay, so main spawn vehicle and search for van. So those are base vans. There's a lot of them now. PZK Chevalier E6 van. No, that's not what we want. And is that a PZK vehicle? Yeah, I believe yes. Not that that is the first one. Okay. More vans. Okay, we have this PZK van box. Now we have, I believe that would be called break here. So that van, we are ready to get animated. And for that van, we probably are going to have a bit of an issue. Though maybe not. Okay, now it has rear doors. Maybe the rear doors are a bit off because here is where I expect to face it, but the actual area is a bit off. Okay. Repair this car and give me a key. And yeah, repairing this car also included giving it those lights here. Well, that's not the worst side effect of having SVU3. Okay, so we got in, so we can get out. Okay. Good. So let's start with those 3 vehicles. And start with this, well, no. Also 1, 2... Yeah. Okay. Okay, my idea on why those lights are added is here. With SVU3 enabled, if we come to this vehicle here, well, no, okay. Does it have those roof lights? Yeah, it has. Okay, so let's check it. Repair, and it adds those. Well, those bits here get added because they have the light bulbs that are being added as a part of this normal mechanics here. So, though I don't see them here, they are being repaired as part of this repair action. And then apparently, since it requires to have roof lights to have those bulbs repaired, that it adds it. So that's my idea. Not sure if that is true or not, but that at least is what I'm looking at. And if we have some vanilla vehicle, like I believe this sedan here, that's just a standard normal car. And oh, it also no longer shows those. Okay, so it used to show those lights up here. Now apparently they are no display or in some other category. But that's my theory at least. Anyway, I wanted to check my file with my progress with all PZK vehicles and check which ones we need to work with and what are their IDs. So we can go like from top to bottom and not miss something by accident. Okay, where all those events are at. Van box, van ambulance. Okay, so apparently the first van we want to add is this van box. So let's do that. Okay, let's just keep the game in the background and go to our scripting. Good. So that van box is similar to a truck box in a lot of ways. So let's take this truck box animated script and copy it and paste it. So now we have this copy script here, which we want to rename to drop this copy from here, and that's not truck box, that's a van box. Okay, now let's change this truck box. Oh, well, yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea because this truck box is only using some of the values. Okay. And the basic truck is, yeah, here. Okay, so let's copy those model definitions from up here and paste them into this van box as well. though we will probably still change some things here. So that is going to be our yeah. Let's flat rename every mention of truck into a van. Okay, replace all. Now this here, interior definitions, yeah, those we will take from one of those van files. Let's find which one. Nope. Nope. Well, actually, because that's a basic fan, basic fan textures are required, we'll probably, well, we can get away with using that from my vanilla mod, but let's just find it. One shell. Okay. Multivan shell. Let's try and yeah, use this one. That's probably not the right one to use, but well. Okay. Now we have a door front left, a door front right, and yeah, file name here is not PZK trucks. This would also be PZK van. Let me find how we exported this FBX. So mods PZK Animated, Media, Model X, and Vehicles, PZK Vans. Pretty standard, but just to make sure. Okay, so the interior doors named, well, have standard names. Windows front right and front left have standard names. Hood have standard names. Windshield, rear window. Do we use a standard rear window here? Okay, I don't think so. And actually, since that is a box truck, we have alternative doors for a box truck because it had a different texturing there. So let's add specification that this is for box doors. Actually, yeah, let's make a copy of those things. Okay. Box. Next box. Fan. Box window. Fan. Box window. Okay. And the object names here, we also need to change how they're called in Blender. Yeah. They have the box suffix after a door or window specification. So that would be door box front left, door box front right, window box front left, window box front right. Okay. Hood. Do we have a different hood for a box variant? I believe we do. Hood. Hood for box truck. Yes, we have a separate hood. Okay. So that one we also make a copy. And specify that this model is for van box. And it uses hood box object. I guess windshield is also this. Do we have? Yes, we have a box windshield, and we have. Do we have rear window? Rear window. Well, we have a standard rear window. We have a bad rear window, but apparently a box truck does not feature a rear window as a separate object. So let's just use a standard for this then. Okay. So windshield, we make a copy. And specify that that is specifically for box truck or box van. Rear window we keep as is. Seat front left, front right. Yeah, those we also keep as is. But let's try to use this texture for on them. Lights, front light, front right, front left. Those I believe we use standard ones, though I'm not sure. And I get a bad feeling that we forgot to extract those for box van variant. Well, if we forgot, then we'll figure it out a bit later. Anyway, the lights are here, and we're using the standard front lights, and what about the rear lights? Yeah, I feel like I forgot about that. Well, for now, let's just use standard ones. Oops, not where I meant to return to. Okay, that one. Okay. So, all the lights are standard. So, van, box. Door rear is our trunk door. Is it really a rear door? Jump into game. Okay. Let's come and check it. I suspect it will be in fact a rear door, but just to be sure, yes, here, that says it's a rear door. Good, okay. Text. So this part is in fact, is indeed door rear. Okay, but the model here, that should be a van box door, is it? Yep, that's the model name here, okay. And the bone names here, I'm not sure if we are matching. Let's go to Blender and check the bone names. Just select, going to Blender. Just select this trunk door here. Go to those vertex groups, and they match the names. So trunk, box, number, bone. Okay, and they go from 16 to 5, and then without a number, one without number. Good. Let's make sure that this is what we see here. And that is not, because while this bone name is correct, here we need to have a number before the keyword bone. So let's fix those names while we have a chance. Oops. Okay. And those are all. This many bones thankfully work, as we figured out 2 streams ago when we did the box truck. Okay, so that is the model name. We have the animation clip ready. Good. Now for those front doors, yes, they use the same bones as the default doors, so no need to change those. Hood bone also uses the same bones, so let's get back to the bottom here. Okay. Front door, that is using a van box door. Okay, do we have this bone here? Yeah, that's how it is called. Front right bone, same deal here. Make sure that we're using box model. Hood also use the box of a van model. Windows, same deal here. Windshield, yes. Window rear, okay. That is... Let's check, let me jump in the game. And apparently it has no rear window at all. Okay, makes sense. Its cap goes straight into the box, so no need for this rear window. Okay, drop it. Now seat. Front left, front right, headlights, all the 9 yards, and the battery here. Well, the battery is not what we want to use. We want this to use the default battery, PZK battery, like other, like this limo, for example, uses. So that is just PZK battery. But to make it work, we will need some offset for it. How do we figure out this offset? Well, to do this, we need to go to Blender and check if we already have this battery added. Okay. I don't think I see it. So not here, not here. Okay. So let's pick this collection as default one. Now let's import FBX. Whoa, well, I didn't expect that, sorry. For some reason Blender decided not to play ball with me. Let me restart it. Okay, so apparently Blender is upset that we have so many things running, and I'll probably have to close the game to restart it. Okay. Let us do that. Okay, can you start it? Start Blender now. Well, I see you starting to run. But are you going to load? Okay. So here it is. Okay, file, open recent events. That's how it was the last time we saved it. Hopefully not too far from where we finished with it. Good. Okay. So now with the battery, we want to add this battery object we used to work with and position it correctly where it makes sense. Okay. Now import. I said import FBX. Here we have this car battery FBX object, and that's not what I wanted to import. Apparently that wasn't car battery, that was car buyer. Yeah, this one, the battery here. Okay, import, and yeah, this is the battery here. It is not really visible now, just by its outline. But if we move the whole object, that would become more visible here. Okay, so that is a position, but it's not perfect because most of the battery is concealed. And if we try to re-enable HUD, like this one, you can see that the battery starts poking out of it. And there are two ways we can deal with this stuff here. One way would be to, well, first of all, disable this magnet and position the battery here, and then try to angle it like this, so it can like be under the hood, but still recognizable as a battery. But that is not how batteries actually supposed to work. So they usually are still installed right side up, even when those this is constrained space. So let's still go to side view and position the battery in such a way that it doesn't clip over the hood. So like this. Now it's barely visible over this interior object here. And to fix it, we can go to edit mode, go to top view, use a knife tool to carve a space. Well, not a knife tool, maybe. Yeah, let's use knife tool. Okay, to carve out a rectangle for our battery, like so, and so. Okay, so that should roughly match its shape. Okay. Now, what we can do is take, yeah, first of all, let's slide those two edges here and here so they don't get in the way. Now take this face, extrude, go down, and why is this interior? Oh, because we have two interior objects, which we would be fixing shortly, but for now let's keep them. Okay, so now we have extruded this a bit. Let's get transparency mode enabled. That doesn't look like it extruded along Z as I wanted. No worries. Now those two vertices, they actually can be merged back with those two. So those, they are already under this top side of the battery. They don't get in the way. Now those two vertices here, let's go to side view and no magnet please, and just move them about here. So now the battery has a bit of a space where it can be visible. Okay, let's move this down a little bit further, like so. And let's make sure that this vertex with the magnet goes up by z-axis to match this one. Okay, so that is our battery space in the engine bay. Okay. Now we are going to get a problem when we look from this angle, because this side kinda gets in the way here. It also gets in the way, but it makes sense because there should be like an engine block here. So this there is something to obstruct this side. Here, not so much. So let's take this vertex and go merge it with yeah, let's disable this battery and go merge it with this one. Okay, and here we still have this edge here going up, and that's going to obstruct the battery. So instead, let's make sure we add an edge here, and that means that, yeah, that geometry goes down. Okay, so that is our position for the battery, and our interior here is, oh, makes sense. Okay, what modifier do you use? Okay, well, apparently I edited the wrong interior here, but what you gonna do? Anyway, that is the seat variance interior. Okay, let's copy all those faces from here, like this entire bit, duplicate it and separate it, hide this object here, then let's go to this component interior, get all those faces here removed, and instead join this object in. Okay, join in, did you not? Yes. Okay, and now just mesh, clean up, merge by distance, so those three vertices get merged. Okay, so that is our standard battery bay. But what we really wanted to do was to get the position for this battery. And here are the coordinates for this object. We now need to copy into the text. Okay, here, battery file offset equals, well, the first is x offset. In Blender we have it also as x coordinate. Let's copy this value and paste it here, and I usually just keep 4 digits past the period, and the x coordinates compared from Blender due to different coordinates needs to be inverted. Next, this is the vertical offset, well, from bottom to top. In Blender that would be the z coordinate, and it doesn't need to be inverted, so let's just copy it from Blender. Okay, put it here, and same deal, only 4 digits. And finally, the left-right offset in Blender, that's, well, back to front offset. In Blender, that is Y coordinate. So let's copy this value and paste it here, and just 4 digits. Okay, so that should give us correct position for the battery. Now let's in Blender re-export all those edited interior components. We'll save, export, FBX. It lost all the values, but it's not too hard to recreate. Okay, export. Okay, that van box should now be ready. Save it, and let's go to Lua, shared, add animations. Copy, yeah, let's copy this truck box because it is still quite similar. Let's rename it to van box here, van box here. It has 2 doors, it has rear door, it has 2 seats. So all of that should now be correct, assuming that the template and the model names match. So that one is van box A. And that is van box A. Okay. Now adding an animation here. The vehicle ID is PZK van box. And the animations ID is this one. Van box A. And now the long wait. And since I don't want to repeat this long wait too many times, maybe we should start by adding sorry, by adding configs for the next van on the line, which would be, well, box ambulance. Okay, box ambulance and box fire truck. That means we need to have box lights. Here, yeah, we already have the model for van box lights, but that gives me a bit of a worry. Because okay, let's take this, well, hide all of this, take this van box lights, and enable this trunk box here, and on this trunk, let's select the texture from the ambulance. Okay, so let's unlink this one and open here ambulance shell. Okay, so now Blender is going to think for a while. And yes, that is exactly what I was worried about. Because this ambulance doesn't have this rolling shutter door. as other box truck. So we need to redo this rear bit for the ambulance. And is the fire truck the same deal here? Let's open fire, van box, fire shell, PNG, yes. Okay. So that is a bit of a problem. Not huge problem, thankfully. The main issue here is now we have to separate this rear section into a couple of objects. That's not a big issue, really. Okay, let's box. Van box clean to show. Okay. Okay. So that is, sorry, that is our van box, and we want those faces on the outside to be a separate object or a separate component. Let's hide this one, and yeah, we also want to select some of those faces on the inside. Oops. Okay, so that is our selection here. Let's split it. Now that object, that becomes a component. So that is a comp box rear rolling. Okay, so that is one variant of this rear door. Okay, let's move it to components collection. And that van box here, that needs to be okay, also a component. Okay. Yep. Select all the entirety of this mesh. Then separate this entire mesh into its own object, and let's call this one, well, this one comp van box base. So now this object here, let's go this into components, and we have this van box. We want it to be composed of, well, generate array with one, no, not three, one count without offsets, with merge, and using caps as van box base plus box rear rolling. Okay, why don't you fill in this here? Okay, I guess that might have something to do with this mesh being initially empty. So let's just duplicate this modifier here, and instead of adding this box another time, use oops, no, use this rolling rear as the start cap. Okay, and it did add it correctly this way. Okay, so there's something going on. Good. Now that mesh is now done, but with those lights here. We don't want it to use this box van here as the additive. Instead, we wanted to use van box base here. Okay, and that is how it is looking right now. Let's pick the ambulance shell. Okay. Alt N average by face area. Object. Okay, shade smooth. Edge, set surface by angle. Okay. Okay, so we have something weird going on here. Is it the same problem here? No, it is not. Okay. Oh. So now, after we exited this edit mode, it sorted itself out. Okay. Just a temporary problem, but we need an alternative rear bit here. So first, let's start by making a copy of this object. Okay. Let's duplicate it and call it doors. Am I presenting the right scene? No, I'm not. Okay. I'm so professional at this. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we, just to recap, I have split this box object into a base mesh that excludes this rear side here, and this box rear that includes this bit here. And the main thing why I did this is because for ambulance it doesn't use this rolling door here. It uses just the regular pair of doors. So that we will have to account for. So this one, yeah, let's assign this ambulance material. And the first step would be to collapse those those faces together. So okay, let's find the middle here. Like so. Okay, and just move this vertex, slide it all the way here. This one slides all the way here. And same deal here at the bottom. Let's find the center here. and slide. Okay, let's slide the inside vertices first. And this one here. Okay, so now you see those doors we need to cut out. Since I forgot to slide the inside vertices up top here first, let's fix this issue a little bit. That goes here, and that one goes here, and that one also goes here. Okay, now we have the cut in the middle, but we need more cuts on the sides. So first of all, let's reposition this vertex to where the doors start. And our trusty knife tool, let's cut from here all the way down, and from here all the way down here. Okay, not the straightest cut, but it would do. Slide those vertices out of the way. Okay, now make sure we have this as triangles to ensure planarity. And separate the doors into their own object. Now those edges here, let's delete those edges. Yeah, probably shouldn't have. Okay, so yeah, this outs well, that wouldn't be the first time I tripped over my own over eagerness. I shouldn't have touched those insides until I got the new outside doors. But I already merged them together, so now I have to resplit them apart. Let's switch it to material so we can better see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, let's just take some arbitrary dots here and here, take some arbitrary dots here and here, and delete those faces. Okay. Now, this, let's slide it to match this point. This one slide to match this point. Okay. That should give us some of the geometry we need, though I want those two vertices to move up to match this point here. And let's cut this into triangles for a bit of a better topology. Okay. Now all we have to do, take this outside frame extrude it inwards and stitch those new vertices to the insides. So you go here, you go here, go here. This one goes here. This one goes here, and this one is, well, just like we did before. Let's pick those two vertices. Let's make an F to connect them by an edge. Now select this edge. Let's subdivide it so we find its middle. And now we can move this vertex to the newly found middle. Okay. That does it for the door frame for the ambulance and the fire department ones. And we have new object to add and animate. Okay, so those two doors here. First, let's take this van. Let's see. I guess the problem with those cap start and cap end is this modifier is comfortable with merging vertices from the base mesh to either of the caps, but not across two caps. And so here we also would have to duplicate this modifier, and here use this rear doors. Okay, yeah, we disabled visibility of this component here, but the vehicle still has this doors set up. Good. Okay, I really hope we don't need those doors, but I'm afraid we do. And are those doors only for the ambulance one or for rear for fire department too? Yep, the fire department also has those. Cool. So that is another issue. If that is the doors we need, we will have to cut into the box space a bit further. Okay. Do we cut out the whole wall, or do we cut just this door? And also, please tell me how that is supposed to work with handles on the same side. This handle should be in here. So they swing outwards, or this opens here and this opens also this way. Anyway, yeah, the ambulance has the same issue. Okay, for now, let's just think about the rear doors. So that object here, let's move it into this row collection and go to edit mode. So first things, those two are now welded together. We don't want them to be. So select one face, Alt M, and split selection. So they are no longer welded. That is what we want. Next, we want to give them some depth here. But well, one thing we can do is to use this solidify modifier. Let's see here, it gives them some depth, but it might once again weld them together. Let's check if it does. So let's exit edit mode, let's apply. And the way we check it is select this face and then press L. Okay, it did weld them, so it worked perfectly as we need. Next thing to worry about are the windows. So here, let's select this face, this, and this. We have individual origins. Good. Now I for inset and move it in till we get, well, about where the window goes. So select all those top edges and try to slide them down. That should modify all of them. Now those bottom edges, slide them up like this. Okay, so that worked almost perfectly. So those two windows, let's split them into their own objects. Those two faces we want to delete. And here we can just weld those vertices together, but that will distort the shape of the door because we have this long bit here. So instead, what I want to do is select this frame and this, no, select this frame and this frame, get the magnet mode, okay, extrude and move, okay, why? Apparently I had some extra vertices selected. So let's try it again. Extrude by Y and aim at this vertex here. Okay, so now we have extruded those frames inward, but we have to weld them more exactly. Well, weld them a bit better. Okay, here, make sure we're selecting a vertex that is not connected to this edge here, for example. Okay, same deal for this frame. Okay, so we are connecting inside to outside and thus preserving perfect shape of the outside. Okay. Done. Here we don't see one face, but if we try to select it, the face is there. So Alt-N and flip it. So now we see this face. Good. Okay, those are still two separate meshes. We want to edge set sharpness by angle, Alt-N average by face area, and those are two doors. Oh dear, why is this seen as an edge? So here we have some extra vertex. Okay. Okay, so let's select just those, clean up, merge by distance. Okay. This one, mesh, clean up, merge by distance. Okay, so there were some extra vertices. Edges, set sharpness by angle, and that goes away. Yay us, we figured it out. Good, now those doors can be named appropriately. Door, no, that is the usual name for this is trunk. Box, ambulance object, and that one is rear window box ambulance object. Okay, so both objects here, they will need to be animated. So let's get our armature visible again. Let's parent those objects with armature deform and add the bones they need. There are going to be 2 bones. Okay. Let's select this here. Cursor to selected. Select armature. Edit mode. Select this bone. Adjust its size. And adjust its name. So that is trunk box ambulance bone. Yeah, trunk box ambulance right bone, because that's on the right side when we view it from bottom to front. Technically, yeah, if you're viewing it from the inside, that would be the left bone, but we're usually viewing it in this direction. And that is how we determine right and left side. Okay. Right bone. Copy this bone name. Now here we want to add a vertex group. So this vertex group contains only those. And for rear window, where it is here, same deal, add the vertex group. And okay. Oh, okay. Edge clear sharp, Alt M, average by face area, duplicate, flip, and now only those faces are assigned to this group. Good. Next, select edge here, cursor to selected, armature, edit mode, Shift 8, add a bone, and this bone is set its length, set its name, same as before, but left instead of right. Okay. So here, Windows, add a second vertex group, and only those faces go to this group. Doors, add another vertex group, and only those faces go to this group here. Okay. Those doors are now done. Let's check the animations. We are in pose mode. This one, if we rotate it by Z, yeah, that door is working. This one, rotate by Z, yeah, that controls this door. Good. Now we're ready to add animations to those doors, and the clip for those animations is trunk. Okay. So same deal, that is the closed position. So let's save this keyframe and this keyframe, and then rotate, like this is one bone, and rotate like this, and that is the other bone. Okay. So now this clip closes them together, but once again with those two-sided doors, I usually want to have one of them have a bit of a delay, usually this left one. So to do this, hit this one frame, save it, and then oops, move this one frame to like here. So this way, one door starts opening, the other door starts opening, and in reverse. Okay, so those doors are now done. Shift S. That is some good progress. Next, let's enable this whole collection. Let's disable this collection and this collection, and re-export all those models. Okay. Save, export FBX. Well, 2 megabytes for this one. Well, in this one model. That is because of this force start and keyframes animations, sadly. Without it, we'd probably have much less, but that's not the luxury we have. Okay. So let's go back to scripting. Oops, where is the... Oh, yes, here it is. Okay. So in scripting, we will need a different template for the ambulance. So let's copy this Vanbox animated script. Control C, Control V. Let's rename this file. Box ambulance animated. Okay. And here on the base here, Vanbox ambulance. Let's see how this is named. This is Vanbox lights. Let's copy it from Blender. Okay. And the rear door is like... Oh, let's rename it to Vanbox ambulance door. It has only 2 of those weights here. So the first bone is this, and the second bone is this. Left. Okay. The internals are the same, so we don't need to repeat the model here. The front doors and windows are going to be the same, well, box variants, so we don't need to repeat them here. Hood we're reusing, windshield we're reusing, rear window on the other hand we are not reusing. That is a specific one. So here we have box, ambulance, rear window. Okay, the object used for rear window, let's copy its name. So that would be the one, and it is not static. Instead, it uses the same bones as this trunk, so just copy over. Okay. Now seats are the same, lights are different, but we haven't created them yet. So let's just keep those, let's keep the light definitions here open. Well, front lights we're going to use the same as the, well, as the box truck, but rear lights, those are going to be different, though we haven't set them up yet, so let's reuse those models. But just give, well, the same objects in Blender, but define it as new models. Okay. And I already feel how that's gonna bite us on the backside, but um, I'm willing to share that with you. Okay, so that is our box ambulance door. Here, well, those doors are default box, window here, windshield here. We need a part for the rear window. So let's take this truck, which had it. Windshield rear, that's how this part is named. Okay, and it uses a model that is named like this. That's the model name, and it is an animated part. So, but it doesn't use its own animation clips, it needs a parent. And its parent is this door rear. Oops, that way. Okay. And for rear lights, let's use those models here. RL, RR. Okay. So those are not going to work out of the box. We'll have to edit them some more, but for now, that should be enough. Okay, going back to add animation script and making a new copy of this script here with replacing the space model name here, like so, and template name here. Okay, like so. So one thing that we also will want to do is to change this shader in this script, because the ambulance and the fire department, they don't use the dynamic colors. Okay, how do we do this? That is this shader, Control H, and do which is here. I believe hers, yes, hers used this static shader. Oh, static color shader, okay. So all models defined here, they use this shader instead. Okie dokie. Now two more animations set up. Let's hook them up with this. And the IDs are going to be van box ambulance Pasted and a fan box fire truck. Let's straighten this up. Save. And now we're ready to launch the game again. Yeah, that is taking a while. So, while the game is getting loaded, we have some time to chat, and that's going to take a while because I want to reset Lua to use correct mod list so we speed the load for next times. Okay. So how is everybody doing? I see we have 3 of us now, which I am really thrilled about. Okay. Okay, I can hear the game. So now let's take the mod list. Okay, the mod list. I don't have the mod manager enabled, which is a bit awkward. So let's enable mod manager, load order, and servers. And I really want to disable all mods, but there's no convenient button to add it to make it so. Let's wait for the Lua reload 2 times. Eh, So whenever you're ready, game, please finish this lower reload so we can go straight into another one. Ah. Good. Now, mods again. And here we have the convenient button to synchronize this mod list with a save. So let's set this mod list here. Let's make sure that mod manager stays on. And let's wait for the lower reload again. That is a lot of dead air, and I'm sorry for it. I'm not sure what to tell you while this game is stuck doing whatever it is doing. Okay, and good timing, it is now done. So let's just go straight to loading loading our workshop save. Unfortunately, that's still gonna take a minute, but at least we get our usual reminder that there is no hope of survival. Which surprisingly is mostly true, because I had only 2 saves where I didn't. Oh no, now 3, where I didn't die, but at one point I just decided to postpone it and never came back, and 2 times some mod problems corrupted the save, so that's how it ended instead of character death. Okay, and here we are at the dead of night. So, since we want to be able to see something, let's go to general debuggers, speed up time, and watch the moon go here, so we can know, yeah, here. The morning is here. Well, the box truck is a bit forked. So we have our work cut out for us. Okay. First, let's deal with the hunger so we don't accidentally die. Here we see that there's some problem here with matrix palette might be null. That means we have a problem with bone names. And the battery is in the wrong place, so that is probably because we mistapped offset. Okay. So let's have a double check of what is happening in Blender. No, that's not a Blender scene. Yes, that is. Okay. So first thing, the base mesh is not visible. So let's see if it is named correctly. Here, vehicle box van. Let's check the script. And yeah, that is vehicle's truck box. Nope, that is one of the problems. Fixed now. Next thing. Well, the seats are there, the engine is there, but the doors are not there. None of the doors are here, even this rolling shutter. And the interior model is incorrect. It also includes the cargo van space, interior space. So that's not what we want to happen. That is a problem too. Next, let's double check. Okay. Next, we have to double check the bone names. Okay, so the first name here, that model was wrong. Next, what we see for the bone names. Front left door bone here, here, and in Blender the bones are front left door bone. Okay, and you are correctly set up. Okay, and the clip name is also correct. Door front left, close it. Yeah, that sounds about correct. But why are the doors missing? Well, maybe because the model also is named incorrectly. It should be okay, trunk box object. And how it is named here. No, that is correct. Trunk box object, okay. And bones are here. And the model name is PZK vehicle box door. That is this correctly here. Okay. Maybe this comma at the end is what is breaking our offset, though I doubt it. Let's check it. For example, this SUV animated. Oh, that works here. Yeah, that is offset in this block. Okay, so here. The windshield is appearing, though I cannot be sure if that's correct windshield. But at least interior and the seats are all, well, they appear to be correctly textured. Front headlights, yeah, those are also correctly textured. So let's get the key. board it. Okay, so the rear lights are what I was expecting to see, but for some reason I don't see the door. Okay. And those annoying logs. Um, that might have, well, if we see the logs, we might be able to see a bit more. But for now, let's spawn an ambulance and see how broken it is. Spawn vehicle, uh, ambulance, PZK, van box, ambulance, spawn. Okay, so that is a bit better. So we can see that it has its hull. Does it have rear doors? Okay, we're almost out of gas. We don't have the doors, but we have the rear windows. Are they static? Well, they have a broken lock. Okay, let's repair, including this repaired lock, and it's still locked. Lock it. And the animations are run, but for some reason we don't have this match. Okay. So now we have something to work with. Okay. So let's double check that those front doors are correctly getting animated. To do this, go to, well, select armature, go to animations, get front left door closing, run the animation, and yeah, the door gets fully animated here. That's not the issue. We have the bone is named correctly. Yes, front left door bone. Yes. This hood bone is also named correctly. So we have something going wrong in the script. Sorry. That's the usual half stream reminder. Okay, so what is wrong with this script? We have fixed this object name. This one is also fixed. This interior. Okay, so let's fix the interior. I am using this object here, but it contains this interior for, well, for the cargo van, well, for default cargo van. So let me just, how do I want to do this? Let's go to layout, make a copy of this and rename it as cargo. And that allows us to go to this one here. Okay. Select this bit here and just delete it in its entirety. So now this is the basic interior. Okay. That should fix that. Next, the doors. We are working with those doors here. PZK A, van, box, door, front left. And that is, the object name is door, box, front left. Is that correct? Door, box, front left, object. And paste, and nothing changed. Okay, so those names seem to be correct. Now those names, are those the ones used here? Yes, they are. And the bone is the same here. Okay, so something is breaking animations, but what? What is? This door rear is the first one to be added. So maybe it is that. Okay, if it wasn't for this long restart of the game, yeah, that would have been much easier. But here I want to do as much as possible in one go. So we have a problem that breaks all the doors, including the rear one, hood, and the front doors. The rear one is the only one that has something special. So how do we comment it out? If I remember correctly, that's just this in the script. So if we don't specify a model for the door rear, and what is wrong with those doors here in the ambulance? PZK ambulance doors, this correct? Bone weight, trunk door, bone. Okay. One more thing to check. Control N. Okay, so that is a log generated for our latest game. So we have a bit of a, well, long setup, and then we should be getting a lot of errors. Well, similar stuff here. Okay. Franklin SWAT truck protection not found. Yeah, that's just setting up So here, that is like the flat span of the error we got. But usually we want to find what was before it. Okay, so one thing it decided that, yeah, there was no truck box mesh. Okay, that one we already figured out. Is there anything else that was before that? Not sure actually there were. But the problem persisted even on the ambulance where we had the base mesh. Okay, set door open. Yeah, that's where we're getting in and out of the vehicle. That it was getting a menu opened and closed. And that is all. Okay. So no, we don't see which part this relates to. Okay. That is really inconvenient, but at least we know that this log is not helpful. Okay. So, how come that this door did not appear, but this rear window did appear? Let's check the materials. Okay. So this door box, that has only one material. Okay. UV maps have two UV maps. That is good. So yeah, that looks about right. Um, save new generals. Drop and import FBX from here. This PZK Vans FBX with ignoring leaf bones here and yeah, animations too. Okay, that is what we are importing. And lights, doors. Okay, yes, because it's all in here. Door box front left object. Material. Vent box. Okay. So that all looks in order. Open recent, PZK events, don't save it. Okay. So see no other option as to try launching the game again. Okay, game's getting loaded. This trunk door changed nothing. That is a bit upsetting. But what you gonna do about it? Okay. At least now we have this hole, but based on this shape, I'm not sure we have fixed the correct interior. Apparently we didn't re-export it after we deleted it in the okay. Oh, and I'm showing the correct scene again, okay. Oh, let's re-export from Blender. So we got rid of this unnecessary interior bits, but we're still where we were. With skin data is null, matrix palette might be invalid. So something is not working right with our armature. Okay, what is wrong with it? We are missing all of the animated objects except for those windows. Those windows specifically are for some reason present. So what is different about them? Let's try and figure it out. So rear, window, ambulance object. Okay, so that has truck box ambulance, right bone, left bone. Okay. 2 bones, armature modifier, and they're all set correct. Well, the vertex groups all are set correctly, or wouldn't be seeing the issues. Well, wouldn't be able to see the animations here. Like here, texture paint animation, the trunk door. All those are going fine. Okay. But what is the difference between this trunk ambulance or box ambulance object and, well, actually, do we have this door selected? Yeah, this is trunk box object. That is incorrect. Instead, that needs to be, let's copy from here, object name, trunk box ambulance object. Okay, so that should solve one mystery of those doors. Okay. So does it solve? Well, the only way to make sure is to restart the game. So very sorry for. Where's the? Okay. So the only way to make sure is to restart the game. So sorry for the long wait, but that's again going to happen. Okay. Please hold. We're loaded in. So if everything works fine now, yeah, we have the doors. Okay, so those doors are now fixed. Uh, Now what is wrong with the hood? Let's try and figure it out. Let's cheat our immortality so we don't die by accident, and examine the scripts once again. Oh yeah, that changes nothing. Okay, so vehicles, van, box, hood. That's the model we are after. Yes. Yes. And the object name for it is here in Blender. Let me find it. Hood box object. Okay. So that is the same. That is matching. Next, bone weight. It uses hood bone as bone weight. And the bone name is well, yeah, that is hood bone. Nothing special. Okay. And if we double check, okay. Let's select everything here. Now go to in Blender. We have selected this hood box object. Go to edit mode. Now press A to select this. Whoa! Is it this smaller than it should be? Oh, that is a bit inconvenient. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Okay. We have this whole bone or hood selected. Like, press A to select everything. Now in this vertex group, I click deselect, and yeah, nothing selected means that every vertex is assigned to this hood bone group. Okay, so that should not be an issue. So, but we're still having an issue. So what gives? Yes, thank you, Turkey. We have one material. That should be in order. So, One thing to check is to try to figure out if one of those parts is actually giving us trouble. And the way to check it is to set parts to static ones, one by one. Okay, so let's start by this box door. That one is the first to disappear. Let's set it as static, save it, and sadly, yes, that means restart the game. Okay. Although we probably could have dropped one vehicle. And if the problem is indeed just with this part, then the other doors should have reappeared, or at least the spam stopped. Well, that was unexpected. Now the game just crashed. Okay. the static trunk door did appear, but we're still getting this spam, and the rest of the doors is missing. Well, are missing. Okay. Okay. Next step to check is to set everything to static except this trunk door. So let's set this box door to false, static, and here those box door front left, that one is going to be true for static. Door static true, window front left true, window front right true, box hood true, box windshield, yeah, that is fine. Okay. So now we wait again. Okay. Okay. And we are back. Let's see how that fares. Okay, so the hood and front doors did appear. They're not animated though, because we made them static. However, I also cannot help but notice that we're not seeing this spam again. Okay, so that is a good sign. The bad side is we are missing this door here, though not getting spammed by messages and log is a good sign. Okay. Let's try and focus on getting this trunk door visible. Get the insurance sheets on and check out the script. Or the blender. Okay, trunk box object. Material choose one. We have a bunch of those vertex groups here. And if we go here, select all, and then go to all of those groups, go deselect, 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 deselect. Well, actually, yeah, that is a bit of a pointless test, because we know it's not spamming this palette message. Okay, and when we deselected all groups, nothing left selected. Okay. That is fine. What next can we check? Trunk box object, yes. Is it the same name here? Trunk box object. PZK brands, okay. Okay, yes, I see the problem here. Uh, that is the scaling issue. And do we have, yes, those doors here also have scaling issues. So instead, let's select everything, Control A, and all transforms, let's reset. Okay. That should fix a lot of stuff for us. Now, since we know this box door is not what is causing the spam, let's re-enable animations on the front left door. Let's make this false here. On this front left door, let's set static to false. Save it. In Blender, let's after we reset all those scales, let's save and re-export. And actually, since we are re-exporting, maybe it will get pulled automatically here. They failed to find load asset path. Okay, and we have this door here, and it gets animated. Good. What was this asset path they failed to load? When box lights, box when lights, well, you do have this base mesh here. So that's not true that you're missing it. Okay. Still, let's check this door. To do it, we have to restart the game. Okay, please hold. Okay. So here we are back in game. And this left door now should be animated. It is. It is separate from the window because we didn't allow window to be static parts. But the door itself is animated. Okay. Now let's move further. Next step is the next door. Oh, rather let's try to re-enable this window. Okay, Control S and start the game again. Our favorite pastime. Okay. Okay, and the game is almost up again. Let's wait for... Okay, please don't crash. Let's wait for the vehicles to load and check the windows. Okay, so the window appeared, there's no spam. Which is good. Let's check. Yep, the animations for the window roll up and down work. The animations here work as well. I'm a bit confused by this focal point here, but I guess that's just the skybox. Because if it was a problem with geometry or normal, that point would not be able to travel along the window. So that's a skybox. Okay. Guess the skybox corner. Anyway, next let's try to static set static falls to other doors. So this door now is no longer static. Save and... well, exit game. Sorry. Just need my cursor here. Okay, please wait while the game is restarting. Okay, another load, another attempt. Now on the chopping block is the opposite door here. And I'm still confused why the battery isn't moving to its correct position. So let's check this door. And once again, the door is fine, but the window is dead. Okay, and let's check this door here. Does it exist? Oh, thankfully it does not. I'm not sure why I'm glad about this, but I am. Yeah. Though maybe there should be a door here. I don't know. But at least for now, we can just let it be just a picture. Next, well, we only have two items remaining, the window and the hood. So let's feel a bit risky and re-enable both. Or at least no, not both of them, just the window. Window front right. False. Yeah, and the hood. False. Okay. That might break us, well, break the game for now, but I have a feeling that this scaling issue we fixed, that was the root of all problems, and maybe now everything will work, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's restart the game. And play again. So apparently I might have accidentally froze the game by trying to Alt tab to switch the scene. That's sad. Will it unfreeze? I really hope so, but well, apparently now my whole computer is frozen. Okay, trying to stop this instance of Zomboid, but apparently it doesn't want to. It just froze the PC for me. Okay. Whoa. That is a bit awkward, and I'm really sorry, but I think that would be it for this stream. I'll try to figure out how to unfreeze it, and remember, tomorrow is going to be tarp covers stream, so if you want to see a bit of a different mod making, and maybe a failed attempt at an idea, or my process when an idea is next to impossible, then I'd be glad to see you there. But for today, that is it. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time, and goodbye.